Hello everyone, in this lecture we will talk about an important concept of object-oriented programming, which is passing an object as a function parameter or a function argument. Now how do we pass parameter to a function? We create a function and in parentheses we type the argument we want to pass. For example, a sum function that is used to add two numbers will take those two numbers as arguments. And in a similar way, we can pass objects as function argument. We type the return type, let's say void, then function name, and in the parentheses, class name and object name. Take an example that we want to create a function that return the sum of two numbers, and we want to do this using objects. And now inside the class, we create a function named number, having return type void, and this function will just take input from user for the integer n. And then in main function, we create two objects, object 1 and object 2. And we will call this function using objects. And now in the class, we will create another function named sum, having return type void, and it will take two objects as argument. We declare the data type of these objects, which is obviously the class name, and then we type the name of the object. However, keep in mind that these objects can be named anything, and the name of these objects need not to be same as those we will declare in the main function. And then inside the sum function, we type total equals object1 dot n plus object2 dot n. So what are we doing here is basically we are accessing these integer variable using object, and then we assign another integer variable total to their sum. And now again in the main function, we make another object named total1 and use this total1 to call this sum function. We can understand this better if we type it out and run to check the output. So now let's head to the code editor to run some code. So let's create a class named fruit and add semicolon after the class definition, and then type private colon, and this class will have three attributes: integer calories, integer total, and character name. And under the public section, we are going to create three functions: void get calories, void display, and void total calories, which will take two arguments of fruit type. Let's define these functions outside the class, and we can use scope resolution operator, which is just a colon twice. Let's type void fruit colon colon get calories. Inside this function, we type a print statement asking the user to type the name of the fruit, and then an input statement see in name. And then we take user input to get the values of calorie by asking how many calories does this fruit have, and that's it for the get calories function. And now we can define the display function, which is basically just a print statement that say that this fruit have this many calories. And now we can define total calories function, and it takes two objects as argument. So we type fruit x and fruit y. Now inside this function, we set total to x dot calories plus y dot calories. And let's type a print statement that display the total number. And now in the main function, we create three objects: fruit, fruit1, comma, fruit2, comma, total1. Now fruit1 dot get calories, fruit1 dot display, fruit2 dot get calories, fruit2 dot display. And now call total calories using total1 object and pass in fruit1 and fruit2 as arguments. And now let's run this. In terminal, type g++ hyphen o 1 1.cpp, run this file, enter the name of the fruit, let's say orange. How many calories does this fruit have? Let's say 50. Now let's enter mango. Let's say it has 60 calories, and see, you have a total number of 110 calories. And this was basically it. This is how you pass an object as an argument. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to support this channel, please hit that subscribe button. and I will see you in the next video.